Thank you so much for coming in today to speak to us about Sign Club. So, first of all, please introduce yourself.
My name is Brittany Sims, and I am the president of the Providence Christian Sign Club.
So, what started you with the sign language, and what inspired you to learn it and practice it daily?
My mom, she was hit by a bus about 5 years ago, and she lost hearing in one ear. And so I've always been looking for ways to communicate with her in better ways because she can't always hear me or other people when she's having a conversation if there's a lot of loud noise. And then I went to an event at downtown Disney, and it was catered towards deaf people because it was based on the show Switched at Birth. And I just had this feeling of helplessness because I couldn't talk to anyone because I didn't know any sign language. And so I got home, started learning sign language, and I've been obsessed ever since.
That is really wonderful. So, do you have any challenge when you first encountered this language? Because, you first encountered it by you self-teach yourself. So, do you have any challenge in the first place?
I guess it's hard because there are times when I don't necessarily know if I'm signing something right. Questions in sign language are in different order than they are in English, so I don't always know if I'm necessarily signing it correctly. I mean, a deaf person would be able to understand me, but it might not be correct grammar or correct syntax. And just I would love to take a class, but it didn't really work with my schedule and hasn't for the past couple years, so I just wish I could have a little bit more teaching. It's just the amount of time that I have that doesn't really allow me to do so.
That's great. So, you mentioned earlier that you are the president of Providence Christian College Sign Club. What inspired you to start a club at this college?
Well, they had a sign club previously, and it was more focused on the missionary, I guess, aspect of it, learning how to sign to certain worship songs, which is great, and I'm not downplaying that. But I would talk to people that were in it, and they didn't know how to sign a conversation. If they met a deaf person, they couldn't necessarily even witness to them just because they didn't teach that much sign language. And so when the opportunity came for me to take it over, I figured that I could change it in a way that we could focus on conversation and actually talk to people who are deaf, learn how to actually have conversations with each other, and just really kind of broaden the club's outlook on deaf people and sign language.
So, what's the events have you done so far, being the club's leader?
Well, we meet every Monday. Well, we try and meet every Monday, and we are going to have a movie night where we're going to watch a movie about a deaf wrestler and how he grew up in a hearing world. And then we also go to local Starbucks where they have a deaf coffee night, and it's just ASL learners at various levels and deaf people that come and just sign to each other. So it kind of gives you practical experience on sign language and actually using it to communicate with someone.